Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this channel, to this video, and to this space. This is a community that does nothing but encourage ourselves and each other to become our most authentic selves. And by doing so, we heal ourselves and we heal the planet. So this is important work. A lot of times we can kind of get caught up in our day-to-day stuff and lose track of the big picture. We get caught up in the pieces and lose the forest for the trees, right? So I think today's card for us is going to be helping us be a little more centered. I haven't looked at the book yet. I'm just basing this on what I'm getting from the card, from the energy from the card itself. But I'm getting a real sense of this is a time kind of for quiet contemplation, being willing to me, in my opinion, in my version of the definition of the word willingness, isn't just acting like a doormat and letting people walk all over you or letting circumstances kind of run you amok. We are supposed to be the captain of our ship. We are supposed to be the people that are in control of what we say and what we do, how we think and how we feel. Okay? Those are the only things that we can control, is what we're doing. We can't control anybody else. We can't control outside circumstances, but we can be willing to take responsibility and accountability for our own actions and our own lives, for the results of everything that has happened in the past. That brings us where we are right now. Now we are being invited, encouraged to be willing to take that next step, to maybe go outside your comfort zone, to perhaps expand in an area you've been feeling led to, but kind of hesitant to start or to move forward in. You maybe got started and felt like you were blocked or something. Let's take a look in the book. Find out what the long extended version of our reading is for today. This is a partnership card. I love the little blue flowers. I can't think of the word for them, but I recognize them as being little bulbs, maybe first spring bulbs. You guys probably know, and you can feel free to share in the comments if you would like to do that. Also feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. It does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. So, all right, let's see. We are looking at card 11, and 11 is one of my favorite numbers. Obviously, it reduces down to a 2. 1 is a portal. It's the sides of a doorway or a door, a walkway that you pass through. It's a threshold. Okay, so for me, 11 means threshold. So let's find out. Our present challenge is finding value from spending quality time with others, even when no change or response is apparent. Okay. You have drawn this card to offer insight into ways to create spiritual community with others. You will benefit from rethinking your expectations for the interactions you have with others, accepting, oh my gosh, wait for it, accepting that you can only truly be responsible for your own intentions and actions. There we are. You may feel as if you stood on the sidelines. I feel like I read this already. You may feel as if you stood on the sidelines wanting to help others or encourage the healing of humanity and or the planet, but unable to find the means to help. Or you may question the effectiveness of the ways in which you've tried to help. You may feel burned out and despairing, or you may feel hopeful, yet unsure of the best way to proceed. This card is suggesting that your spiritual work will blossom and that you will be helping in even greater ways to create global community. Our angelic message is willingness. You come into this world fully prepared to participate in community. And so, how is it that you often find this participation so difficult? Community, although natural on the spiritual level, is a learned behavior on the personality and ego levels. This suggests that to participate with others in meaningful and enduring relationships, you can benefit from tapping your more natural and basic spiritual essence. The living elements of the natural world don't struggle to live together, although there is struggle in the nature of their existence. Likewise, you can accept a fresh relationship with all other living things through willingness to observe and live your purpose and allowing others to do the same without judgment or condemnation. You and others are drawn together for a purpose, and part of your involvement with others is also to define a group purpose. Nonverbal communication is the language of the universe. It is shared by all manner of living things. All life is subject to the influences of ever-expanding circles of energy, beginning with the individual aspects of life and expanding past the physical earth and on into the physical universe and then the non-physical worlds. Perception is the language of community. And even though a flower has no external language, no audible voice, it accomplishes its growth with its own kind through a mutually understood language of perception. Your willingness to accept nature in all of her paradox and inscrutability opens your inner channels to perception and shows you the spiritual essence and nature of all other living things, even when you are unable to explain your impressions rationally. You likewise reach into the hearts of other people most directly, not through directives or spoken words, but through time you spend with them, together with the intention of learning from each other, even when no words have been spoken. You live with all other living things in community in order to become a witness to the passing of life and to the awakening of the spirit within with yourself and others. Perception is learned from a willing heart, which openly accepts the holiness that is present and is desirous of being expressed through all people and all living things. Our spiritual opportunity, the guidance coming to you through this blue-violet flower image on this card imparts to you the necessity for quiet inner reflection on the nature of your own life and the expectations that you have for community. Also implicit in this guidance is that you are destined to help create meaningful interactions. And so you are in need of expanding and improving the perceptual skills you possess, which allow you to read others' intentions and their unspoken words. Perception is different from intuition because it arises from the spirit rather than the intellect. Intuition expands thinking, feeling, and reasoning, but stays within the confinement of what you've already learned. Perception moves outside the knowledge you've gained from past rational experiences and draws on the wisdom of the superconsciousness of the God awareness within you. And here's our practical application for the day. Look around you and ask yourself what perceptions you can glean from the person, plant, rock, tree, flower, cloud, whatever in nature that you might see. Imagine that in response to a question or inquiry you might make of a flower, you fashion a blank circle in your mind's eye. Now allow that empty circle to become filled with the conversation from the other living thing that you've invited to participate with you. Through this exercise, you are trying to acknowledge that all living things sense life in some way and fashion, and that all living things are aspects of the divine and have a required role to play on earth. Your perception can help you understand the way in which they are each important. Okay. Wow. So this is a card of community. This is a card of challenge for us to, we can, it's very easy. I know all too well. We empaths, we little introvert people that find it so difficult to get out there in groups, to get out there in situations with people that we don't have any familiarity with. It's scary. It's frightening. It's anxiety causing. We are being invited, encouraged to expand our willingness to participate in community. And community can start with a flower. Community can start with a tree. We are all connected. There is nothing that is separated in this reality. We are connected with the stars in the farthest reaches of the universe energetically. There is some part of us that is touching everything that has been in existence, that will be in existence, and that is in existence right now. What we say, think, and do reverberates throughout reality, and it is our invitation today to be willing to connect with that expanded community outside of ourselves, to bring it inside of ourselves, and to recognize that eternal, amazing connection between us and everybody and everything on the planet. And I apologize. I got a troop of frogs that are living in my throat today. You may have noticed a couple of pauses on the video. I apologize profusely for that. I just don't think you guys need to hear me garbling words all the time. So I am feeling amazing. I'm just, like I said, got a troop of frogs living in the throat for the past couple of days. So thank you for being patient with me as I continue to knock out this little virus thing that was going. And what I want to tell you for today is try to just be willing to consider the possibility. Just consider it. You don't have to actually do anything right this second. Be willing to consider the possibility. The trick is in the willingness to just consider. It's amazing what happens when you open that door. There may be opportunities for blessings, for abundance, for success, for prosperity, for healing for you that are just on the other side of that door. But you've got to be willing to open the door. You've got to be willing to make those connections. You've got to be willing to trust yourself. If something doesn't feel right, there's a difference between anxiety of the unknown and hesitation because something's wrong. And your job for today, what I'm going to encourage you for today, is figure out what the difference is, how it feels different to you between being scared to try something new and being scared to try something because it's hurt you in the past. Okay? Completely different things, completely different energy and experiences. So that's our reading for the day. I do hope that that resonated with you and blessed you. I want you to have the most amazing, fantastic day today. Whatever day this is for you, consider whatever might be an opportunity coming your way and just be willing to consider it. Okay? All right. I love you. You are outstanding. If nobody has told you that today, you can't say that anymore because I just did. You are outstanding. You are amazing. You are fantastic. You really are. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.